Oh. Ha. We're live.
Okay. And will it show up on my screen now?
Yeah, you should be able to refresh and see all chat and whatnot.
Okay, that's cool.
It's been a minute since we've done a live. We have somebody new holding the camera.
According to this, it's been over a year.
Oh, wow. And
So
now we're doing live and more vertical.
We can see, yeah, because I think most people are mobile now, and they can see on their mobile better.
Right. That makes sense.
So, hold on.
I'll bet that music's too loud in the background. Should we lower it?
If you guys can hear it, let us know. But
yeah,
hey,
if you hear music in the background, please let us know.
we can see if you guys comment on here. So we're going to give it a little bit of time. Have some people hopefully get on. Talk to us a little bit. We got nothing going on. We are going to update you on some stuff we have going on here at the shop and some things we have going on for the future, but maybe even do a little giveaway. Maybe even get back to doing the show that we've always talked about doing. We did it during the pandemic. Maybe we can do it on Fridays again.
There are a few people watching, so if you guys can hear the music in the background, actually, either way, if you can or can't, please just post and let us know, because if the music can be heard, YouTube will take us down, which means we need to turn it off. So if you don't mind, please comment. Let us know whether or not you can hear music in the background right now. All right, while we're waiting on them to comment and let us know that answer, we've got some big changes coming.
Mm-hmm. What do we have? So I know we're expanding. What else? What are we expanding into?
All right. There is, on its way, there's going to be a barber shop. I've wanted a barber shop in the facility for quite some time now. I'm excited about this. There is a coffee shop coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is a deli coming.
Stanley, I see someone said hello. And let us know, again, if you can hear the music. Just because we don't want to be taken down, because we're really good at getting every video taken down for some reason. So, deli.
Deli.
We're excited about that. So we
New
have
York style.
New York style big sandwiches and chips and
grilled paninis.
That kind of stuff.
All the good stuff.
If you're going to get a sandwich here at Top Guns at the deli thing, going to have some substance to it. I wish you guys were in my head, because I know Steve heard his vending machine get hit a minute ago, and I bet he was like, all right. It's a very distinct sound that we know that when someone hits it, Steve starts running. All right?
She is. Hey, Gabe.
It's Gabe. Gabriel, did you hit the vending machine?
No, why would I do that?
You distracted him. All right, so I can't tell. How many people are even watching?
Right down here is where you can see that number.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so
now I don't know if we can see comments. Is there a way to see comments?
Right there.
Oh,
so not a lot of comments right now.
Can you guys hear music in the background? Please let us know.
All right, so we have a deli coming in. We have a barber shop, so you can come in, get your hair cut, barber shop. We started carrying scrubs. So explain what scrubs are, because I feel like some people might not even know what scrubs are.
I think everybody knows what scrubs are. It's what you see a nurse or a doctor wear, or a veterinarian, or thank you so much, or anyone else in the medical industry, or some of the people like health providers that work at retirement homes and those types of things.
So we carry scrubs now. We carry 511 gear, which, by the way, if you have not had an opportunity to check out their jeans, I love them. All the big guys out there, even little guys, whatever, they fit great. It's the first pair of jeans I've had in a long time that they just have good, they're not saggy in the crotch area. They're nice, straight, they stay up, they're awesome.
We used to complain about that to 511 because the rise would be, they call it the rise. The rise would be real long, and so you'd have your pants up and they'd come up real high on you, or if you let them sit at your waist, then it went down below, and
yes,
that was never a good thing.
Never a good thing. So then we have barbershop, and the main thing that Steve is very excited about doing would be music shop.
Yeah, so we started down the path of opening a music store, meaning selling musical instruments, guitars, drums, keyboards, amps, etc.
We'll have the accessory side of it too, I'm sure. Strings, drumsticks.
Oh yeah.
All that stuff.
Absolutely.
So if you're locally, there's not a lot of places you can do that at, and that will be something that we're going to be able to add here to the Top Guns ADHD Plaza.
All right, tell them why you call it the ADHD plastic.
Because every couple days, Steve comes up with a new business for us to have. So when you walk in the door now, you are going to see pizza place on the left. There's a bar beside that. Then on the right-hand side, you're going to see an ice cream store with a sandwich shop next to the scrubs and uniforms next to the barber shop with the music store above it.
Hey,
I feel like I've nailed it at this point.
yes.
Um,
Welcome to Steve's mind.
right. So we have a lot of big things going on, and hopefully we'll be able to get into some more of our giveaways. We haven't really done those a lot lately. If you guys don't know, we were taken off Facebook.
Yeah.
Why were we taken off Facebook?
Literally for no good reason. And
Yeah, screw them. Tell everyone exactly the BS happening at Facebook.
oh my gosh, we have literally followed every single rule that they have, and every so often they'll just take something down and say you're in a violation of our policies, and so we'll say, well, show us where, and they'll say we don't do that. All we do is tell you that you're in violation of, and here's the policy you're in violation of. And so we'll go through, and I'll even highlight and say, hey, here's the part about firearms. Show me anything that we have violated. Because if you are a brick and mortar store, according to their own rules, you are allowed to promote your products.
And it says,
And even then, we almost didn't do any of that.
dude, we should so do a video about this. We should do a video about it. We should show the policy that's in there, what we have done, who we have reached out to, and the screenshots of the conversations that we've had, and them going, yeah, you're right, you didn't do anything wrong, but we're still taking you off.
We want to sue Facebook.
That would be awesome.
So if anyone out there knows the right attorney for this,
Yeah, and the main reason is, the reason we're on Facebook is because locally, the demographic shows that Facebook is an easy way to directly communicate with local people, okay? And it's easy to be able to be like, hey, Facebook, we're going to do a Facebook Live. Hey, guys, we got this thing going on, blah, blah, blah. And people can come down. For some reason, locally, YouTube doesn't really get to a lot of people locally. X doesn't get to a lot of people locally. Instagram-ish does. But really, Facebook was the one that really locally people tuned into to get a hold of us. And I hate to say it, we're probably going to have to go back to it in some other form or fashion, because that is the easiest way to.
and we don't want to.
communicate. And we don't want to. We are very like, screw you, we don't want to be part of it, but we're kind of in a jam to where we want you guys to know what we have going on, but we don't want to deal with that platform.
Yeah.
So
How about world affairs? What's going on in the world right now?
I'm worn out talking about world affairs. What do you want to talk about world affairs?
Why do I want to? Or
Yeah, why?
I don't necessarily know that we need to. It's a hot topic with everybody.
It's a hot topic no matter what day, time, whatever is going on. The Pope died.
The Pope did die. That's a world
We were
affair.
just watching it behind us on TV. There was I think his funeral, I'm very confused about his funeral. His funeral was 3 a.m. Okay, by the way, comment down below. We can see your comments here in front of us on the tablet. So if you are watching, want to say anything, want to ask questions, do it. I can't remember if it was 3 a.m. today or yesterday that his funeral was. Do you know when the funeral was?
I don't. I did not follow the funeral. Epstein client list, somebody mentioned. Hey,
I would love to see it.
how about that?
Yeah.
Somebody committed suicide. That was one of the people who came forward.
Go on. Don't just
So-
beat around the bush. We're
so
on
one of
YouTube. We can say where the hell we want. Screw it. Hi, how you doing?
One of the females came forward.
Who females?
One of the females that came forward about Epstein and what was going on.
Like one of the victims.
One of the victims.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to call it a victim. It is what it is. Came
Anyway,
forward and
and committed suicide all of a sudden.
I don't think we could say. It's one of those.
Oh yeah, we
weird-
can't. Yeah, you
Don't-
can't say that word.
X that out.
Slide.
Slides.
Slides.
That didn't make it to the next day, kind of a thing. But yeah, Italy is 6 hours ahead of us.
Is Pam Bondi holding out? Yes, Pam Bondi is holding out. You know what? They're not
Oh, slow
turning
down.
over the
That's too many-
JFK.
Oh, slow down, slow.
what?
Too much. By the way, keep asking questions because we'll definitely talk about it, I promise you. Italy is 6 hours. That's because of the Pope and the funeral. I get that. But I don't know what time his funeral is. I don't know if it was yesterday or is it today. Is it like coming up for us tonight? It's because they're 6 hours ahead of us. So that would be on Sunday. Or did it happen last night? I don't know. Somebody tell me when the Pope's funeral is and we'll move forward from that. Next up, Pam Bondi holding out. I don't know what that means.
So they were supposed to release the Epstein files and then the JFK files, right? Neither of which have really been released.
I thought they released most of the JFK files.
Yeah, they redacted a bunch because...
I thought there was supposed to be no redaction.
Oh, no. It's redacted. Yeah, for sure.
Am I crazy here? Or when Trump first said it, he said
claim
it was not
we're
going to be
releasing
redacted
it all, and then just like everyone else, he's gone back on his word. And quite frankly, it's because most likely there is a specific country that it points to, and that same country controls a lot of our Congress. So it is what it is.
We can't help it. All right, next.
What are you going to do?
9 a.m. their time was the funeral for the Pope.
Uh-huh.
So has it already happened? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Just write down there, yes, it's already happened or hasn't, because I'm confused. So next, what handgun was your first week? You're going to have a video about this coming up. Is it next week? Mm-hmm. I'll tell you mine.
What was yours?
It's embarrassing. The very first handgun that I owned, we had to change the video because it was the first gun that I purchased myself.
Yeah.
All right. Was a 40 Smith & Wesson Sigma.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
two-tone, 10-pound trigger pull. It was
Yeah.
the first one I ever bought, and I think I bought it for $150 off of a FFL dealer that was a local police officer.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Mine was a SIG. It's either a SIG 230 or a SIG 232. I can't recall which.
232. What would that be?
So it looked kind of like the Walther PPK, but it was SIG's version, slightly larger than a Walther PPK. I absolutely loved that gun. I don't know why I sold it. I was dumb.
All right, so hopefully that answered your question. So it was today. We must have missed all of it because I didn't even see it on like the news barely, but I haven't been watching the news, kind of been busy today.
What's the best holsters for concealed carry?
Again, guys, keep the comments coming. We'll gladly read those out to you as long as we can hold on.
All right, what are you gonna go with? Best holsters for concealed carry.
All right, what was the best? All right, so what was the question again? So everybody knows what the question.
What is the best holster for concealed carry?
The one that fits you and your gun. So for a lot of people, let's go on the heavier side, right? Big guys, right? Big gals, whatever. A lot of inside the waistband holsters there, especially Kydex that have a sweat guard. If they try to put that on their side, it will dig into their love handles and it will hurt, and then they will not carry. And then once they don't carry, then it's over, right? So for me, the best concealed carry at this point in my life was inside the waistband, and it has a bump to the bottom of the holster so that it kind of kicks it out a little bit so it doesn't dig into the love handle in the front. So inside the waistband, appendix carry, and it has a pad on the front to make it a little easier to carry.
All right. I like the ones that we carry here. It's the reason we carry them. But
Explain what they are.
we sell the Advantage holsters. So Kydex, so it's hard on both sides. I like something that completely encompasses the trigger guard, easy on, easy off. And I like something that has a little bit of retention so that the firearm cannot slip out in case you get in a physical confrontation, or if you're just physical in general, running, whatever.
Show them one of those.
So this is another one that is basically the same thing, the Kydex on both sides. And I like the steel clips. They are very springy and they work really well. They also have a grip that's going to keep it from coming out of your pant. It protects it on both sides, but has the leather so that it does make it a little bit softer against your skin. So that's also a good one, made by Tough Nuts Holsters. So any of those are fine. I'm gonna answer not all there. I'm not gonna fully answer, but Perhaps yes. We'll just say that. All right, go ahead.
What was the question?
He asked a few questions, but I just,
I didn't see him.
yeah.
Huh.
Need your bifocals, do you?
Can I borrow yours?
Is the Glock 43 selling? Still selling?
Is the Glock 43 still selling? No.
Yeah.
It is practically dead at this point.
Right.
And
The
because
43X maybe a little bit, but
yeah, but you can carry a 365, double the capacity almost, and
Same
be
size.
about the same size.
Right.
I mean, hell, if you wanted to go into 380, you could go 10 rounds inside of a LCP Max right now, 12 rounds even for the
Right.
same size. I mean,
right. It doesn't make much sense anymore.
not really hitting the market.
Glock needs to maybe kind of take a look at what some of the other companies are doing. I know Glock makes a lot of good products, but they could certainly take a page out of a few of these other.
I would like to know, have some people comment down below, what was their very first carry gun? What was the very first gun that they purchased on their own, and maybe even why? But I'd like to see that comment. And also, guys, if you have questions, please keep those coming. We're seeing them come through. Because we have a video coming out next week, kind of a quick little short, and it is going to go through every single salesperson or whoever was here that day. And she, right here behind the camera, Trinity, asked, hey, what was your very first purchase that you made by yourself? And I don't know if there was a why. Was there a why behind that, or was it just quick? Just quick? Okay, good deal. So yeah, let us know what your very first firearm was, what you were able to purchase on your own. What else, Steve?
How'd you lose so much weight?
How did I lose so much weight? That was a good question. I get the question a lot.
How much have you lost?
I've lost 115 pounds, almost 120 pounds. How did I lose so much weight? Well, I did not take any drugs. I didn't take any, like, what I mean by
No
drugs,
shots?
no shots or GLP-1s or anything like that.
Not an Ozempic patient.
Not an Ozempic person. No, I was 394 pounds at one time, and then when I first started in February, I was at 358, and now I woke up this morning at 242. So, with that being said, the reason and why, I just needed to lose weight, man. I didn't feel good, didn't realize how inflamed I was, and then started getting into it, and all I did was started fasting. I usually started off with 2 meals a day, and then I did 1 meal a day for about 8 months. And then when I did eat, I had very, very high protein stuff, like meat. Didn't do any carbs or sugar, cut all that stuff out of my diet. And weight came off pretty quick, and then got into December and started going to the gym a little more, doing that kind of stuff. So from December to now, going to the gym and kind of toning up a little bit. But it's been a good decision, good ride, and by all means, if you guys want more information about that, I'm glad to tell you, because I wish somebody would have told me a long time ago, because I think that we don't realize how addicted to sugar we are.
Oh yeah, we're all addicted.
We are 100% crack addicts, that is for sure, especially when it comes to sugar, processed foods. You cut that stuff out of your diet and you're going to feel a hell of a lot better. So
Hello to Phil from the UK, by the way. Thank you for watching over there.
So go ahead.
Somebody said a Kunin 357.
Was their first gun?
And then an AMT long slide. So not all there, which is the name of a user, must be of an older generation.
Of an older generation.
Of an older
like
generation.
Your generation, I guess. Well, when was your very first shop? What year? The very first one.
The very first shop I opened in 1997. In 2001, I sold it.
And then in 2012, we opened this one. Not this
But not in this location.
So in 2012, you were across the street.
Right.
And what was in that space? Because I feel like we should do a video about this one day, like how it started and how we got to this point. That'd be a educational video maybe, but there was something else going on.
So we had the martial arts studio,
Right?
and it had gone through a couple of.
He said, yes, the older generation. Again, guys, if you're watching while we're talking about this a little bit, if you have questions, just comment down below. We'd be glad to talk to you guys about anything. So go ahead.
So in 1997, opened, 2001, sold. And then I went and I worked for a large corporation for 11 years or so. During that period, I started a martial arts studio, and it expanded a few times.
What kind of martial arts was in there?
Gosh, we did a little bit of everything. The bread and butter was Taekwondo, but we did Muay Thai. We did.
I remember it, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, a little bit of Jiu-Jitsu, small circle Jiu-Jitsu.
What's small circle?
Small circle Jiu-Jitsu is stand up, not like the ground stuff that you see. So
That's a thing?
yeah. So like when you hear Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu,
Yeah.
right? So that's what you typically think of. You watch UFC and you watch them fight on the ground.
Yeah.
That is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is a ground fight. And that all came from the stand-up Jiu-Jitsu, or small circle Jiu-Jitsu, which is like Aikido, Hapkido.
Why is
where
it
you're-
called small circle? You mean because it's like close combat?
No.
kind of thing?
It involves a lot of small circles.
Oh,
Movements that involve lots of small circles to put people into joint locks, manipulations, things of that nature.
Hmm.
So
right, go
that's
back
where
one
the
more time.
Brazilian
So hold
came
on real
from.
quick.
Yeah,
it was small circle jiu-jitsu. All right.
that's some of what we did.
Right. But what makes it, so there's different types of jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
So
Brazilian is on the ground?
Brazilian is
Is mostly on the ground?
ground fighting. Yep.
Grappling.
Grappling. Yep.
And so what was the point of the style that you guys were teaching?
Well, I mean, honestly, the Brazilian wasn't. I mean, although it was certainly big, it wasn't always easy to find an instructor. And we had a few instructors
What was
come
the
in.
point of it? Like, is it made for like kicking people in the face, stabbing people, or what?
No. So Hapkido, Aikido, Jiu-Jitsu, all right? All of them deal with a lot of joint manipulations, arm bars. Law enforcement use them a lot. And so initially they were, I don't know if that they were designed to do this, but it was a way of being a little more passive in your fighting so that you weren't, they were not striking arts necessarily.
What the hell was the point of it then?
Um,
I mean, to me, you're doing it. You're trying to like either stop somebody, hit him in the face, get him the hell off if you do something.
Right.
What's
using
the point
a,
of doing?
using a person's own energy against them so that you're not like a bigger guy against a smaller guy. Maybe I can't physically take you, and maybe even my strikes are struggling. So if you are striking towards me, then maybe I'm utilizing one of these other arts. It's just like anything else you do. You have your arsenal. A police officer has their tool belt, right? A mechanic has all their tools in their toolbox. It's just another tool.
I'm still confused. And the only reason I'm confused is because what would the point of like manipulation, whatever small circle thingy be? I mean,
Sometimes you ever had somebody take your finger and just bend it back and drop you, and you're like,
Okay,
oh
all
man,
right.
that hurts, right? So
so like that kind of stuff.
small stuff, right? Arm joint manipulations, bending your arms in a way that are not natural, so it puts you in pain, and it
Gotcha. Instead of
it
grappling on the
inspires-
ground, it was more like getting somebody to the
Right.
ground.
For law enforcement, it
Or getting
inspires
somebody off of it?
compliance, right? So somebody that's not willing to
Gotcha.
put their arm behind their back,
Gotcha.
or
Gotcha.
there's
Gotcha.
different ways of helping them to decide to comply.
Gotcha. All right. So there was in the original shop in 2012, there was a martial arts studio right, I don't even want to say next door. It was the space, and we took a
On one of the expansions of the martial arts
quarter.
studio, not even a quarter, it was small.
The original shop, I could touch both sides of it. That should tell you. I could do this and touch one side of the cases to the other side of the cases. So we always explain it as it's like the size of our cashier station. That's where we started at over there. And then there was an expansion.
So yeah, so we went through 3 expansions over there as a
And
firearms
over there
store.
is across the street, by
Yes,
the way. If
across
you
the
ever
street,
come
sorry.
here, check out the building. We're here in Terre Haute, Indiana. If anybody's watching that's not local, it is right across the street. You should be able to see it. And then this was a furniture store.
Right. So we absorbed more and more space as a gun shop, and then the probably one of the craziest years we had. Sorry, somebody walked up. We're in the middle. I apologize.
275. 275.
All right, so nonetheless, so we went through these expansions, and during one of those expansions, we ultimately absorbed the entire martial arts studio, shut the martial arts down,
Correct.
and then we turned that into, wasn't that like our online department at that
we
point?
threw some people over there because we decided in 2016 we needed an online department, which, by the way, check out our website. We are building that back up because I'm an idiot.
Topguns.us.
Topguns.us. I went in there the other day, and if you go back to a couple other videos we just posted, the one that you guys are missing out on, which isn't getting a lot of traction, is we just purchased a huge estate not too long ago, and some of those that we picked up in that estate are in that video, and you get to check out my El Camino. It's in that video also. Go back, watch that video after we get done with this live. It is a good one, and Trinity did a great job editing that one down. This is like one of her first maybe long form videos that we've done with a cool B-roll, all that kind of stuff. So check that one out. But I went in there and I had to change a gun the other day, and there's a button conveniently placed over in the right top corner. There were 3 guns on that website, and I wanted to delete all 3 because they were the same thing, and I hit the button that said delete all. That's correct, delete all. It doesn't say, hey, idiot, if you hit this button, you're going to delete everything. No, it didn't say that. It said, okay.
And it doesn't mean just these 3.
Yeah, not the 3 on the screen. So I hit the button. It deleted 3,000 different entries out of my website the other day. So check out inventory. It's getting updated daily on there right now. Topguns.us. You can look at stuff on there. Check out our t-shirts and everything, which aren't on there. You know what I'm saying. Thank you for adding some questions on here. By the way, guys, keep adding those questions down here. I promise we'll get to them. So check out our website. Check out Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. We are updating constantly on all those platforms. And we have a GB account that you can check out some of our estate stuff coming up. So do that. I promise you, you will not be disappointed on that. And hopefully, if you like the long form videos we just did, we will do some more of that. So Steve, in 2016, we moved over into here, where we're at right now, which is a
2017.
2017.
2017.
Okay.
Yep.
So how it's a 20, or we're in what, 33,000 square feet?
The building is 52,000
52,000, and we're in 33.
Well, we're more than that now.
Oh yeah, because we expanded the front.
So right now,
we're probably
out of 52, we're over 40.
So we're over 40,000
probably
square
around
feet.
44,000, 46,000.
So if you guys want to come hang out, 40,000 square foot of pizza, ice cream, firearms, range, scrubs, music store, deli, and a barber shop. Come hang out with us. But we got some more questions, guys. Keep those coming. We're going to answer those right now.
Mr. Mortimer says, is your town a good place to live? I'm over here in Illinois. I've not heard it called Illinois.
All right, so first off, Steve, it isn't a hard place to say anything about this because this gentleman is in politics, all right? He is a county councilman.
Yes.
Boom. Just so you know, here in Vallejo County, so any of you guys watching that want to complain about something, come check him out.
All right. To answer your question, yes, Indiana is a great place to live.
It is.
We
F
have
a whole lot of
whole
lot of Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois.
Politics. Illinois is a great state. Okay, if you cut the top of it off and dealt with the BS up there, the rest of you guys are awesome.
See, Indiana proposed a bill to annex in.
And it went past. It went past like the House or something.
The House
didn't it?
passed,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So
that would be so
we might
cool.
be taking some of you guys with us for the ride.
That'd be nice. And a lot of those counties in Illinois want to do that. So
Matt
it's
and I were
mutual.
just talking the other day, and you might know more about this. We always usually have a surplus
Surplus of.
money at the end of the year in Indiana. Like
Oh,
as a general.
I thought you meant us as top
No,
guns.
no.
I was like, well,
No,
really?
that's definitely not
Wow,
it.
I didn't know that.
If he would know. So I think he said something about with the government cuts that they've been doing, like Doge and stuff, that this might be the first year that we don't have a surplus in the state of Indiana.
Really?
I bet Illinois can't say that. Nope.
To answer your question, yes. Come on over if you live in Illinois. We would love to have you over here in Terre Haute.
What is Trump doing for the community?
For the community?
So,
like specifically our
clarify
community?
this. If you're still on here, V511, clarify exactly what you're talking about, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'll gladly answer it.
Yeah.
All right.
Focus.
What else? Do you think more states should adopt non-permit carry laws?
Ugh.
Yes and no. So I like non-carry laws as long as they apply to even non-residents. But if it only applies to your own resident, like Indiana, we have made it so you no longer need a license to carry in the state of Indiana, and it doesn't matter if you're an Indiana resident. You could be a resident of any state.
Man, you skipped some questions.
Did I?
I'm super confused. Oh, sorry about that. So, do I believe that it's a good thing to not have a carry permit? This is going to hurt some people. All right. I'm going to talk out of both sides of my mouth. Ready? I don't think the government should tell us what the hell we can and can't have. Period. That's on us. Okay. If I don't want to wear my seatbelt, I'm okay with throwing myself through the window. I shouldn't have to get a ticket for that. Keep that out there. Okay. I shouldn't have to pay taxes on top of taxes and pay taxes. And if I don't pay my taxes, you can take my property. I hate that. All right. But when it comes to firearms, you should have some sort of training to be able to carry in personally, how can I say this, as a personal opinion. But I believe it's your right, you can carry whatever the hell you want, all right? But I really feel like it's upon yourself to be able to, that we should put some sort of regulation in there to be able, not even regulation, I hate the word regulation, put something in there.
Let me help clarify. I think I can say what you're trying to say.
All right.
He does not believe that correct me if I'm wrong, I don't want to put words in your mouth. He does not believe that the state should regulate whether or not we can carry a firearm. However, it might be nice, not necessarily something with a test that is subjective.
A proficiency style.
Right, it's not proficiency, but something that just says, hey, here is how if you're going to carry a firearm, then you have to at least sit and watch this video on how to be safe.
So if I go deer hunting, if my son wants to go deer hunting, he has to take a hunting education course to be able to go into the wild and go hunt deer. Do I think that's BS? Yes. But at the same time, he's going to learn some things, hopefully, that if they don't have somebody there to teach them, right? Let's say I didn't teach my son something, then he might pick that stuff up in that class to make, oh, I get it now. I shouldn't aim this way at a deer because there's a house on the other side of it, where some people might need that style of education before they start carrying a firearm.
Right. No, I don't. I think everybody needs to hear it, right? So we often make it's just the fact of making it mandatory, because now you're basically, if you're saying you have to take a test on this, you could make that test hard enough that no one could pass it.
Right.
So you could legislate firearm ownership by way of simply making a test that's too hard for anyone to pass. But to say, hey, we want you to sit here and listen to a video that allows us to educate you on how to be safe with your firearm. That, because we see it daily, people who maybe learn from someone that they thought they were safe, but that person wasn't safe either. And so now you've picked up either bad habits on your own, or you were even taught some bad habits. And so that becomes part of the problem that we see within the community, is people who carry firearms and they're crossing people's paths with their muzzles or their fingers on their trigger while they're handling it.
I think they get it at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, but that's what I'm telling you. All right, so does YouTube give you flack for being a gun channel? Yeah, they used to be way worse. Now it's not as bad. Does monetization, so for instance, we're hopefully getting back on here very soon doing more long form style videos or adventures, whatever. And during that process, it'd be awesome if we can go ahead and have you guys buy merch and stuff so we can do better videos and bigger videos and like blow stuff up or get guns just to show you guys or whatever, do whatever that is, right? But do they give us flack? Yes, but because they take our monetization away of some videos because we are associated with firearms.
So here's a couple more. What are your thoughts on carry insurance? Either way, I mean, it's probably not a horrible idea, but it does cost money to do that, and the overwhelming majority of us will hopefully never need it or use it.
Well, that's insurance.
Yeah, that's what
Right?
insurance
I mean,
is,
at
right?
the end of the day, I'm not educated enough to talk about carry insurance just because it always seems scammy to me.
Yeah.
Even though we've had people sponsor our stuff that are those people. I hope it's great. I hope you never have to use it. I hope if you do use it that they do a great job and really fight for your rights and freedoms and everything. But it seems kind of weird to me all the time. Do we personally have it? We have had it before.
Yeah.
We have absolutely had it before. Yeah. Do I currently have it? I don't believe so. Next question. By the way, keep those questions coming. We'll get on here hopefully maybe another 10, 15 minutes and then get off, but hopefully answer everything in between.
This person's an RSO, and they are required to provide a safety brief to all shooters regardless of when they show up. Yeah, like
we do
range.
too.
Yeah.
So explain our process. If you come into the range, what happens?
First time you're here, you watch a video that we made, and it kind of talks about range etiquette and safety both. So a lot of people don't know what range etiquette would consist of, where it's it's proper to handle a firearm, where it's not proper to handle a firearm, things of that nature. And then after that, we have a range officer on each bay at all times. So if you're in there shooting, if there's somebody that's not being safe, they'll go ahead and speak up and say, hey, you need to keep your firearm pointed down range or whatever. Phil says,
I think he answered something.
if you could own any military gun, past or present, what would it be?
Kanye, come here real quick.
Oh,
I need a substitute. I need to call in a closer. Come here real quick. All right, come here. If you had to own any military gun, past or present, what would you pick?
Anything.
No,
Anything.
anything. You can have whatever you want.
No limits.
Whatever you want. This is from Phil.
Okay. Mine would have to be an M1941 Johnson.
I don't know what that is.
why?
It was the main contender. It's pre-World War II. U.S. is doing rifle trials. The two main ones were the M1 Garand and the M1941 Johnson. Johnson had a different loading system. It was more similar to the old Krag Jorgensen rifles, where you just opened the gate, fed in your rounds. They're incredibly rare, hard to find.
You said a Johnson?
Yes, M1941.
M1941 Johnson.
I don't even know what the asking price is for them anymore. That one.
I think I've got mine in my head after he's done.
You pulled up, I can go over there.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Sorry. All right, so tell me about this again. All right, here. You can see that picture while he's talking about it. Hold that real quick. So tell us about it one more time. It was the Grand or this?
Yes, that was the
Really?
Army's two main choices. There were others, and they were
What's
both
the shoot?
30-06, same
They're
as the
both
Garand.
30-06.
Yep.
And what's the thing in the middle?
That was, if I remember right, it's been a while, pretty much the magazine. That's how it held the rounds.
It almost looks like a rotary mag kind of a thing.
A little bit, yeah.
Huh.
And I can't remember how it works, but yeah, it held more rounds than the Garand. It was still semi-automatic. Garand won it though, and the Dutch ended up picking up the
I saw
Johnson.
on the Rock Island auctions the other day. Number 5 ever built. Grand, right? No, was it?
I think if it was the same one you were telling me about the other day, it was like number 3,
Yeah.
because it was the first
Just
one that
went
they
across.
actually used.
The first one had like paperwork and everything over it.
Yeah.
It's wild. All right.
The first two
Tanya.
were like-
Appreciate it, buddy. All right, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna go with a GE minigun.
Yeah, that's pretty rad. We've shot one before. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Hey, look, it works. All right. Any other questions? Anything you want to look? Hey, man, long time no see. Oh, that's cool. Hopefully he's talking about me.
I don't
Is
know.
that your son? All right, guys. Well, good
No.
seeing you.
Let's see.
They did it whenever that guy was on camera.
Looks like the pregnant BAR. Okay, so it would be handy just. Well, thanks for watching, just passing through. All right, guys. By all means, comment down below. We'll get to some more of those comments later. Hopefully next Friday, if we're both here and have time, we will do another live for you. Comment down here if there's something else you want us to discuss, and maybe Trinity there, write them down. Thanks so much for watching. Steve, anything you want to add?
I'll answer this guy's last question. Yes, we do carry HK along with just about
thought
every
he was-
major brand. No, I don't know the answer to the other guy's question because I don't know. I don't think either of us know who, if he's talking about you or me or.
Oh, it'd be so much. Yeah, I remember that. All right, guys. We will see you later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
See y'all.